So here we go again, right? Starting up the kali-pearly Linux SOC-In-A-Box install. And, I'm starting with the Proxmox environment. I got, some storage here, some space. If we look at the resources we have available to us on this machine, we got 12 CPUs, 250-ish gigs of RAM. We got a lot of disk space. This is just one of the hard drives, but there are a couple of them. If we look at if we look at the hard drives, we got a couple of SSDs in here, each one roughly 500 gigs of space in it, and we have oops, click on the right node here. So we have that, and then 12 CPUs, 256 gigs of RAM, a bunch of disk with 500 gigs of storage, 256 gigs of RAM. All right, so let's get started here. And the first thing we're going to do is download the latest version of kali-pearly Linux, because that's going to be kind of the base install for all of the, not workstations, but servers. So when you go to kali.org, let's do this, kali.org. Oh. What is going on? Handshake failed. Are you serious? Man, what a time for something like this to happen. You gotta be kidding me. Well, ain't that a something? Ain't that a something? Try and stream, get the latest version of Kali Linux, and the site's down. Are they doing maintenance or something? Oh man. Alright, let's look this up. Oh, that's pretty frustrating. Nothing on Twitter. Alright, let's see if this does anything. Okay, so we have this site up. We go to Git Kali. Alright, looks like it's back. Just a blip. Alright, so from we go to kali.org. Okay, you're going to see this download page. You're going to click on download. It's going to take you to this page, and what we want, scroll down a bit. We want to scroll down to the section that says kali-pearly. We're going to download, or actually copy the link, copy the address for kali-pearly. Then we're going to go back to our Proxmox environment. And where do we go here? I think I have I have all the ISOs in the local storage. So click whatever storage you're using, click on ISO images, and we're going to click on download from URL. Paste the URL for the latest and greatest kali-pearly ISO. Ooh, what's under advanced? We could verify it if we wanted, but it's going to be a little lazy here. Start this download. Alright, so we have the latest and greatest kali-purple ISO downloaded. The next thing that we're going to need is OpenSense. Let's just check and make sure that's the version. Oh, what do we got here? 23.7.12. Okay. Download the DVD. Make sure we select that. Pick somewhere close. Sure, close enough. Download that. Alright, this doesn't download a direct ISO, so let's go into the shell. And, I gotta figure out the path. Box path for ISOs. Path varlib vz. Okay, so let's go there. CD. And is it under? Great. All right, so there's our ISO directory. So we just basically changed into that directory varlib vz template ISO, and we're gonna run wget for the OpenSense. Looks like that's gonna take a while. What if we shoot? Okay. Download it from a different mirror. There we go. Okay. And if we do bzip2 decompress, oh, what's going on here? Oh, it's still gone. Geez, how big is it? Did I do something wrong? Alright. And now we can see we have the OpenSense ISO installed, or downloaded, rather. Let's go. Alright, so we got OpenSense, we got kali-pearly. Let's go to the documentation. I'm just doing a search for kali-pearly wiki. Alright, and here's the kali-pearly wiki. This is going to have the instructions that we're going to follow. And we probably are going to run into some issues, but that's okay. So let's expand out these different sections. Open a new tab. To installation. Open a new tab. Detect. Installation. Open a new tab. Eminence installation. Open a new tab. Cover. There's nothing in there. And okay. Heliotrope. Open a new tab. Pearly. Open a new tab. All right. So. Okay. Create server VLAN. So if we go through this, I think the first step in each one of these is create VLANs. Byzantium, that's the actual firewall itself. VLAN, VLAN. Which one is this? Heliotrope. Okay. Doesn't really look like it's on a VLAN. And Pearly. Okay. So the first thing that we should probably do is set up the Byzantium box, because that's our firewall. It's going to be where we set up these VLANs that everything is going to talk to. So if we go through that, let's see what it says here. Create a new VM. Use the OpenSense disk. Alright, so let's follow through that. Duplicate this. Alright, so let's go to Proxmox. We're going to start the process to create a new VM. This is going to be Byzantium, aka OpenSense, VM ID 201, Byzantium. Okay, and we're just going to follow along with the installation instructions. Start at boot, sure. The stuff seems to be the same. Okay, go into OS, storage. I'm just gonna put that on local storage. I don't think it really matters, but oh sure, put that on local storage. Oh no, it's asking where am I getting the disk from? That's where the disk is, and OpenSense. Okay. This stuff. Should be set to Spice. Default, CBIOS, and QEMU agent. Okay. That's what it says in the instructions here. And the actual hard disk, that's where we want to make sure that this is on the right storage. There we go. Okay. And they're all the same, so we're going to set this here. 128 gigs. Make sure it all matches the instructions. Okay. gonna give this one 2 cores. Not gonna change any of these. CPU units, vCPUs. All right. As far as memory, oh, actually back. This we want to set to host. All right. Memory, we're gonna give it 2048. Leave ballooning device checked. And for network, we're going to set it up on the WAN. Which in my case, I guess is this one. Okay. Gonna turn firewall off. Okay, next. That all looks good. And finish. Alright. So that VM's created. Now, that's 201. Let's look at the requirements for 101. Yes, we're going to need that set up. Kali Violet. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Proxmox. Create a new VM. This is going to be 101. This is Kali Violet. Okay, so this one is not set to start at boot. None of these items are turned on according to the instructions. Okay. I'm going to select the disk. It's going to be that image we downloaded, 2023.4. System, okay. Graphics we're going to set for Spice. QEMU agent, yes. Next. This. I'm trying to think, what's in Kali Violet? Violet. OpenCT, Greenbone Vulnerability Manager, and then Remote Access Tool. So, yeah, this one's gonna have a lot of data. So let's go ahead and just leave it at the 128 gigs. Gonna put that on the storage. Okay, that looks good. As far as the CPU, we're going to give this 4 cores. We're going to tell this to use the host type. All that stays the same. Let's hit next here. And this machine, we're going to give, I'm going to give it 12. Okay, and this is going to be on the LAN. VLAN tag 101. All right, that's Kali Violet. Next up, Kali Purple. One. Yeah, all pretty. Oh yeah, all pretty much the same, except this one's gonna get a lot more storage. 4 CPUs, a lot more RAM. Just 20 gigs of RAM. Network VLAN tag 301. And we're gonna add a serial port after. Okay. So let's go back here. New VM. VM ID of 301. Whoops. 301. This is Kali Purple. Start at boot, of course. Select the right disk. Graphics card. Spice. Cumulative agent. Disk. And we're gonna put this here. We're gonna give this machine 400 gigs. I think they gave it 4 cores. Let's double check the instructions here. Yep, 4 cores. Post. CPU units 1024. Okay, all that looks correct. Let's go into memory. 20 gigs. And for network, we're going to give this a VLAN tag of 301. This all looks good. Next. Looks good. Finish. All right. Next up, this is. Oh, which one did I just do? 301 is Kali Purple. 401 is Kali Imminence. All right. Make that VM 401 Kali Imminence. This is another one of those super resource hungry ones, or uses a lot of disk. Local Kali Purple 2023.4. All of that looks good. System, graphics card, Spice, Cumulative agent, disk. Let's give it. This is our packet capture machine. Let's give it 300. And for CPUs, using for CPUs. Six. Okay. Six of those. Units 10, 24. Alright, all the rest looks good. Memory 16. And for network, we're going to do VLAN 401. Set that up on the LAN. Okay. All that looks good. Finish. And I want to double check something here for network. When we set up byzantium, which is 201, and we set up the network, okay. One kali-heliotrope. This is 1001. This is kali-heliotrope. Let's go ahead and put a DVD in there. Spice. Is that right? Yeah. Spice, QEMU agent. And for this one, they wanted us to pick 64 gigs. For the hard drive, as far as cores are concerned. Just two cores. Host 1024. Memory, we're gonna give it 4096. Network, put it on the LAN. VLAN tag of whoop. Oh, what is this about? This is no VLAN. Okay. Because this is the machine that we use is kind of like, at least I use this machine like the one to log into the other systems and such. So there's no VLAN tag, and then we set up the firewall to handle the different routing and stuff. Okay, so that looks good. Finish that one up. And what's the last one here? Kali-pearly. Okay, they don't even give any sort of instructions here. So let's see, what did I have for kali-pearly? 2 CPUs, 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, so this one is 1002, we'll call it kali-pearly. Pop that installer disk in. I don't even think we use, there's no GUI for this one. .32 gigs of RAM, why not? And CPU, let's give it 4, of course, and 2048. Sure, that should work. Network. This one's going on the DMZ because that's our damn vulnerable web app host. Okay. Finish. All right, so we have our shell, and so with these, I think the order that I do these in, the firewall, the elastic, and then starting once the firewall and the Elasticsearch, aka Kali Purple, are done, then start working through Kali Violet. Go back to the firewall, set up the beats. You can basically just set up the different SEM agents and security collector agents on each one. But this is the start of it all, and once you have these, you can start working through the different install guides for each one. This is Kali Violet, Byzantium, which has Elasticsearch and Elastic Agent and Deeds. This one is Kali Purple, which is our just like big bad SIM that's going to be pulling in all the logs and everything. Kali Eminence, which is the Malcolm like full packet capture box. Kali Heliotrope, which is kind of our SOC analyst workstation, or that's how I use it anyway. And then kali-pearly, which is the damn vulnerable web app. And so this is kind of a diagram that I drew up of what each box has on it. And it's midnight, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. And tomorrow, when I get some time, just try and keep up this. Keep the ball rolling on this, try not to drop it, and by next week have the full environment up and start, testing the different tools and different scenarios. But that's all for tonight. Till next time.